Hey guys, more questions sliding in through the DMs today, so let's dive right in. Hey, Dr. Ish, I saw your profile, said you could DM your questions, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Here goes. I was in a 2-year relationship with my ex-boyfriend, and it was long distance. We saw each other twice during the 2 years. If I count the time spent we dated, the total amount of times we saw each other would be 5. 5 and 2 years. We FaceTimed 6 times. And the remaining communication was via text. He's a financial advisor and works for himself. The job is very demanding, so he was always super busy. Or so he made it seem that way. About 8 months into the relationship, he found out he had a daughter. The only thing he ever told me about his child was that it's a girl. I was never told the age, name, saw a picture, nothing. I found out on the internet the child was an infant because a baby register popped up in his name. For the remainder of our relationship, I did not question his decision to keep that from me. Now that we are not together, I now question why he would keep that information from me. Does it mean I was never a priority? Oh, this question hurts me to my heart, Mama. It does. I hate this for you, and I hate this for all those other unwitting number 2s out there, Mama, because your instincts are right. Yes, that's what it means. You were not his number 1. You were his number 2. You were the side piece. And I don't really like that term, but we all know what it means. And so for illustrated purposes today, let's go ahead and use the term side piece. But two times in 5 years? 5 times in 2 years? You see, you FaceTime 6 times? I don't even know if side piece is accurate, because the side piece implies that you're like a close second, right? So if I'm at Bojangles, what you guys had, you were more like a fixin'. That's right. It's like, yeah, I'll take the green beans, whatever. That's a fix, right? That's like an extra, like a small extra. Listen, I gotta laugh at this, because if I'm taking this too serious, it's gonna hurt me, because this, how did you think you were his priority? You saw this guy 5 times in 2 years. In 2 whole years. You FaceTimed him 6 times, right? 6. Here's what that means to me. The fact that you actually knew the number 6 times in 2 years. If you were to ask me how many times I FaceTimed my significant other in the last month, I can't tell you that number, because it was a lot. The fact that you know the number tells me how infrequent the contact was between the 2 of you. And that hurts me for you. You know what? I'm gonna tell you exactly what you had. I'm an old school hip hop fan, right? One of my favorite MCs is MC Lyte, right? She had this song back in the day called Georgie Porgy. If you're not familiar with MC Lyte, some of y'all young ones out there, please go Google her catalog and go through some amazing stuff. But she had this song called Georgie Porgy, and in this song, she had a line that says, "Girls, have you ever had a friend that you get with every now and then?" Right? You had a Georgie Porgy. That's what you have. You had a Georgie Porgy. You had a friend who you met, you liked each other, see you when I see you, kick it when we kick it, we'll do our thing, and that's it. But I'm concerned because somehow you got that spun up in your head that you were his girlfriend, right? You don't get to call him an ex-boyfriend, because that's not who he was, right? So how did you elevate that in your head? Was there something he's telling you? Is there something you're telling yourself? Right? There's some gaps here that are concerning to me, right? The excuses you're making for what this thing is and what this thing wasn't, right? The other thing is, 7, 8 months in, he found out he had a daughter. Listen, that's not something you find out about. Look, I found out I left $20 in my jacket pocket, right? I found out one of my favorite shows is coming back on Netflix. I don't find out about a whole nother human that I helped create, right? I know I was in a relationship, and I know we were having unprotected sex, and I know there's a possibility that we could have had a child from that, and there wasn't frequent contact, then yes, I'm awaiting confirmation that that did or did not happen, but I don't just find out, right? So that's the thing. The information was not flowing to you freely, right? The sad but true fact is that if people are dealing with multiple different people, right? 1, 2, however many you got in the rotation. Number 2 always knows about number 1. Always. Number 1 never or very rarely knows about number 2, right? The little bit of information you're getting and the infrequent contact you're having tells me that you weren't even in that top 2 when it comes to that scenario. You were like 3 or 4. You might have been like Sweet Lou out there with the Clippers coming off the bench, right? You're like the 6th woman of the year. I don't know what's going on in your mind because this was not your boyfriend. This was not like a solid relationship. This was a sometimey thing, and that's okay. I got no problem with that, but I have the problem with you being upset because you thought it was something more when it was very, very clear that it wasn't. And so you sound like a very literal woman, a very linear thinker, and I like that. So here's what we're going to do to help you out. I want you to make a list. I want you to take your phone out, go into your notes app or whatever you got, and I want you to make a boyfriend list, right, of things that are happening in your relationship and in your life when you have a boyfriend. And I want you to refer back to that list when you start dating somebody else, right? So this is your boyfriend. These are your boyfriend prerequisites, right? If I have a boyfriend, that's the title. When I have a boyfriend, these things are happening. I'm getting a text message. How many times a day? You set that number. Is it 2 times a day, 3, 4, whatever that is for you? Write that down in your list. When I have a boyfriend, I get a phone call this many times per week, right? What is that number? There's no wrong answer. You set that number, put that in your list. When I have a boyfriend, I see him physically this many times per month. Now, we're still in the pandemic, hadn't come out of it yet. That number's going to be a little bit skewed, going to be a little bit lower probably, right? So got no problem with that. Make your adjustment, put that in your list, right? When I have a boyfriend, this is the type of information we're sharing back and forth, right? Put those things in your list. I know about his children. I know about his friends. I know about his job, more that it's super busy, right? When I have a boyfriend, I meet his family within whatever frame of time that is appropriate to you. 6 months, 9 months, 12, whatever. Put that in your list. So now you know. And whenever you meet a new guy, whenever you got a new dude, this is your Georgie Porgy reference, right? So you know you got either a sometime friend, a good time friend, you got a man, or you got a Georgie Porgy. But you're referring back to your list. Because sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes we get caught up. Sometimes like it feels good, I'm going with it. Things have kind of gotten away from me for these last couple of months. So I want you to have a very concrete list because you're a concrete thinker. You're a very linear thinker. You like, right? You like numbers, you like time frames. This will work for you. Go down your list so you know what you got when you got it. So you don't have to come out feeling confused like you are now. So I'm sorry for the confusion, but I hope this clears it up and I hope this helps you moving forward knowing exactly what you have, right? And then from there, you can feel good about the decisions you're making and what you do share and what you don't share from your heart. Hope this helps. Bye-bye.